Haven't had this much bad luck in a while. It's making me very sad. I'm getting really horrible team compositions. The worst I've seen. Umbreon Blissey, Scyther Muck. Rhydon, too. That team had Rhydon and Lapras. Literally all the worst Pokemon I can imagine. And with the worst movesets. So, that's either Starmie or Steelix. Or Charizard. And he has Crobat. Or Pinsir. Pinsir. We did find Electrode. So this run's already looking better. This run is already looking better. He could have a Heracross here. That's a good sign though. I really should. If I miss, I'm gonna do it. I should be spending this turn looking for Rain Dance. Especially because he's going for Quick Attack. If I miss, I'm gonna look for Rain Dance. But we just hit. And I can't think of a last on the end that I'm worried about if he's going to Scyther first. Like, I don't think he has a Scizor on the end. I don't think he has a Gyarados on the end. Like Charizard maybe with Ember. Crobat makes sense. And because Crobat most likely has Fly, I'm gonna go for Rain Dance. I'm gonna look for Rain Dance. I'll take Confuse Ray. I will take Confuse Ray. The risk with Electrode, you can find Explosion. I think I found Mirror Coat. Instead I found Swift. That is comforting. If I have Swift, my right can't be Explosion, so it could be Rain Dance. He went for Confuse Ray. He went for Swift. I could still have Explosion. Okay. I'm glad I found Rain Dance. I'm glad I have Electrode. Thing is, I don't think I have Confuse Ray on the bottom. What confuses me though is how he Confuse Rayed me. I'm gonna be very interested to see what happened that round. Good news is this run is like almost guaranteed. Rain Dance Electrode is hands down one of the nicest things this game has ever done for me. Electrode is definitely the fastest Pokemon in the game, and probably the third strongest electric type, behind Ampharos and Jolteon. I don't know which one's stronger between Jolteon and Ampharos, but I know Electrode is third to all of them. And then Electabuzz is fourth in strength, but definitely like first because of bulk and speed. He has the best mix of all of them. Like, all of the electric types have their strengths and weaknesses. Some are fast with no move pools, some are bulky with good move pools, and Electabuzz is the best of all of them. He's got the bulk of Ampharos, his own speed that's actually really good, and a great move pool. Let me find Donphan, which I'm not upset about. I don't think he goes Donphan if I lead my own Donphan. So I'm gonna make a weird switch here. I think he's always going for Sandstorm, or he's always switching, and I don't want to find Rollout and get stuck in Rollout. So I'm gonna switch, save my Donphan at the end, and just hope I win enough speed ties or catch a Digmon to win. Let me find a neutral ground Pokemon. I don't appreciate Ancient Power, but like I said, he's gonna go for Sandstorm first always. I don't know if we live 2 plus 2 Sandstorms. I know we live 2 marginally. I know we live 1 marginally. That might have been a crit too. That would suck. Wow. Screw you, game. I don't like you either. So my water type sucks. We have Gyarados. He's the worst water type. He's got the biggest weaknesses, and he's got a weird move pool. And we found Tauros. I'm pretty sure that was a crit.
The number of remaining Pokemon is 2 to 3. Whoa! It flew up high!
He has Fly.
How's that? Oh, that's a miss.
We do have Blizzard.
It's going. Sandstorm burst. A hot battle is unfolding.
We do have Blizzard.
There's the attack. That did little damage. What now? Oh my! Missed again!
This miss is expected.
Sandstorm rips and tears.
Best thing I can find here is Curse.
The white hot battle continues.
I don't think I ever find Curse, but that would be the best thing I could find on his Fly.
Flew high again.
Maybe even Defense Curl will be okay.
What's this? Oh, that
We do find my
missed
stab move. Not that I'm gonna make it through this fight.
finally quieted.
The only chance I have is if he misses with Fly and I freeze with Blizzard, and then sweep with Blizzard.
Down on the field. What's that? A powerful blow. Oh, knockdown.
I was gonna forfeit, but we do have a continue, so I'm not gonna give up yet.
One Pokemon remains.
And we can also learn more about our Donphan while we can. I'd rather learn more about my Donphan this turn, and then quit. Like, I just need to find Earthquake. That's all I really need from Donphan. Donphan's never going to be used for anything else but being an Earthquake user. Donphan's really good for the 7th fight. I want to find Earthquake, and then I want to quit.
What will do? Oh, that was weak.
We found Takedown.
Neither combatant.
He's always going for Fly here, so we get a free turn. If I find Rollout, which I doubt, but if I do, it'll miss, so I can still quit once I've found Rollout.
How's that? That had no effect.
And we found Earthquake.
These Pokemon are equally fit.
So now we're going to reset. We're going to pick Gyarados first. Actually, this is going to be a... I'm thinking of doing a little tricky here. I'm going to do a tricky move here. I don't think this is always going to pay off, but I just thought of something. I could lead Gyarados. Look for a move I have. Make my move. All this other nonsense. I think what I want to do. What was my last? Oh, this is important. What was my last? Tauros. Okay. I'm going to do a tricky move, and I'll explain it while I'm loading up the fight. I'm going to lead Donphan. I'm going to go for Takedown. I'm going to force him to use Fly, and then I'm going to switch to my Electrode. Or we can just catch his Nidoking right off the bat and kill with Earthquake. Nidoking might outspeed, but he always goes for Sandstorm. Or he Earthquakes. And it doesn't light hit. My Earthquake always kills. Guaranteed. I have more attack power than Nidoqueen, and I have Stab. So Earthquake always kills. And he could just have Golem Steelix with, like, nothing. Like, I sweep this fight very often. Like, does he have Earthquake on everything he has? If he has Donphan, we're in a weird spot. But we do have Gyarados. But if he has Kabutops, here's what we do against Kabutops. We switch to our Gyarados. I'm gonna make a weird play here. I think he always has Ancient Power, but I want to switch to Gyarados, bait out whatever his Rock type attack is, and then go for Thunder, or make a double. I think it's better for me to make a double than it is for me to try and play around this. So it goes for Surf. I eat that up because I have good special defense. I could look for something like Thunder. Not gonna happen, but I could. But I think he's always going for a Rock move. So I'm going to go to Electrode and hope he goes for Rollout so I can kill him with Thunder. And then I can switch to Donphan or Gyarados for his last. If it's Steelix, I wall both of them. This is a weird way to play this fight. You usually don't see this, but we have the worst water type. Sandstorms, that's weird. So now we make our double, I think. I don't think he stays in ever. So now we're gonna make our double. And just pray he goes to a ground type.
It's a revolving door of Pokemon.
Good news is we get to hear my favorite voice line. It's a revolving door of Pokemon.
This Pokemon is back for another
So we're back to Donphan. Hopefully he just went for a rollout.
The other
He did
trainer
switch
is
like I
also
hoped.
changing Pokemon.
And now we get 2 free earthquakes. Like, he never stays in.
Oh, it's Donphan.
Donphan is not what I had in mind. We do have a free switch, but we're going to be taking some sandstorm turns.
Pokemon switch affects the flow
So this is the best thing I can do here. I have to switch to Gyarados and hope I can find Surf or Hydro Pump. Surf would be the best because it is guaranteed to 2 KO. However, Surf is also bad because Hydro Pump might OHKO, and that would be the fastest way to win. Yeah, here we go.
What'll it do? The hit glanced right off.
Wow. Wow.
Going, Sandstorm.
Wow. Did he just predict me and go for takedown?
There's
How
the
does he not have... Okay, we have Surf, so that's good. Surf to a KO so we can live up any attack he goes for. And then we have safe switch into Electrode to go for...
What's next? A light path.
I'm lost, honestly.
The white hot
Good news is we probably... I'm not 100%. We probably kill with Surf here.
ride that surf.
We do. Could be a damage roll, but I hope it just kills.
Yes, it's a hit.
Good. Bad news is we could die to Sandstorm here. It is possible.
Just one Pokemon.
But we have the best Pokemon to deal with. Kabutops. He's gonna go for Ancient Power or Roll Out.
Pokemon emerges from its Pokeball.
We just need to hit
Down to the
one
last Pokemon
Thunder.
now. Sandstorm
One
finally
Thunder.
quieted. There's a
Luckily the Sandstorm's over, so he's gonna go for Sandstorm here almost always. Okay.
combat and safety
So we
guard.
switch to Electrode. Now we just need to hit one Thunder to get our continue back.
Pokemon,
Let me just tell you, this is the weirdest way I've ever fought this fight. I have never fought this fight this way. I lost my train of thought because he had Donphan. But this is the weirdest I've ever done this fight. Also, there's a spider that literally just crawled down on from the ceiling and landed on my hand there.
that inflicted some damage.
That was probably on camera too.
What impact will this Pokemon
Just need to hit one
have
Thunder.
on the battle?
We have 2 chances, and hope he doesn't get a boost.
Here it comes, Thunder!
Good. That's the game. Then we get our continue back. So that is the weirdest way I've ever done that fight. I chose my team order in anticipation of Aerodactyl, and instead I got a better lead. I got a Donphan versus Nidoking matchup. And then I had an Electrode for the Kabutops, and he had a Donphan in the back for my Surf Gyarados. So that was the weirdest way I've ever fought that. But I got the continue, and that's why I did it that way. That is an example of how I can play around a bad matchup to get a continue back. You saw I lost that first fight, and then I started making some decisions from there on out on how I was going to route myself through that fight so I'd come out with a continue, and now I have my continue back. All we lost was time. And we know what we're going to lead on. We're going to go with Electabuzz. We don't want Tauros. Well, maybe we want Tauros. I think it'll be nice to have Tauros. Tauros is actually a pretty okay, average, normal type. He's got a great speed tier. I think he's the fastest normal type in the game.
Crowd signals the start of the third round.
I think he's faster than Dodrio. Pretty sure he is. He's base 110, Dodrio's base 105. He leads off Starmie. I think because we outspeed, this is as good a time as any to put up Rain Dance. He could just have Psychic. He could have Hydro Pump and miss.
Oh, look. There is a
I just think statistically speaking, we're best off to win by Rain Dancing. That Confuse Ray hurts. That Confuse Ray hurts. It's all up to RNG now. 50-50 on whether we break through or not.
Oh no, but attacked himself.
And Now if he has Hydro Pump, we definitely die. Surf, we die.
What'll it do?
Bubble Beam, I'll take.
Great hit.
Just gotta break through once, and we win.
Sparks are flying from both competitors.
Just once. Good.
Here it comes, thunder! That struck home. It collapsed with only one.
Best team I can imagine. Always Cloyster. Poliwrath is second best. Politoed or Tentacruel lives once. Vaporeon and Lapras live once. Cloyster is a great sign. If he's going Cloyster, he has nothing. And I just hope we just wake up from confusion or just break through. Good. Getting hit by confusion there is rough. If he has Surf, we die. If he has Icy Wind or Blizzard, we can dodge. And now we just hope and hope and hope his last is something like Poliwrath or Golduck. I can't imagine what it is if he goes to Cloyster first. It is Golduck like I expected. So after 3 turns of confusion, we are statistically likely to break free right now. Instead we just break through. So I am super thankful that through 4 turns of confusion we only hit ourselves once and we swept with Rain Dance. I think that was an okay spot. If I miss Thunder, he's going to confuse Ray me anyway. And I don't know. I mean, in that exact matchup, given that he didn't have a Lapras or a Vaporeon, I think it was okay to go for Rain Dance and then Thunder, Thunder, Thunder. I didn't think his Starmie would be brave enough to use Confuse Ray. I thought it would always go for Psychic. I was wrong. But there are times where that exact Starmie with Bubble Beam Psychic, he doesn't have Confuse Ray, so he just goes for Flash. Maybe Toxic. Maybe just Psychic, and then I just win outright. But he just happened to have Confuse Ray, so I think our decision there is totally fine. Going for Rain Dance as opposed to just Thunder, and if we miss, we end up in a worse spot, where now we're going to be hitting ourselves in confusion, and we don't know what we're doing. So in this fight, I want Donphan. Kind of want Gyarados, but not really. I really can't decide on a lead, because this whole past week has been throwing me off guard, because I've forgotten what my priority falls under. Because logically speaking, he could have a flying type, or just you can even have a Nidoqueen at the start of this fight. I think it's best to actually lead Donphan because he's forced to go to Attract if he has the Attract. And then I can switch to Electrode, which is gender neutral. And then if he has a flying type, I can switch to Electrode, which is gender neutral. So, it took me a little while to figure that out, but I think it's best to have Electrode to switch into rather than to lead with. Because like I said, we do switch into Attracts. I'm leaning towards a, oh goodness, where's my Earthquake? I'm leaning towards a Kangaskhan, maybe a Tauros. Him being faster than me doesn't change my opinion. And given that if he is Tauros, he has Earthquake, I'd like to see his first attack before I switch. Headbutt. We broke through, unless we flinched.
A sharp attack.
Okay.
Yes, it's a hit. The crowd's excitement is building from this heated
I think because my defense is so high, I'd rather just go for 2 more attempts for Earthquake.
What's next? A light
And then
hit.
switch to my 3rd Pokemon, not my Electrode.
This Pokemon is very much attracted by the opponent.
I'd rather go for Earthquake one more time, and then try and play around Attract.
What'll it do? A powerful blow.
That crit could have killed.
It appears to be attracted to the other Pokemon.
Now we switch.
Battle is unfolding.
We could find a Steel type.
Here comes the Pokemon switch. Oh, it's Venusaur.
Venusaur is neutral. I'd love to find Giga Drain.
What's this? A light pack. How will this Pokemon switch
I could also make an aggressive switch into Electrode here, but I don't see any merit to it.
What now? That was a glancing
He wasn't going to
blow.
go for a track there.
It's building up power for its next attack.
Solar Beam is good because it guarantees a kill. Solar Beam is bad because it's Solar Beam. He could switch to a Blissey here once in a while. Maybe Snorlax.
There's the attack. That
But I think he
did
just
little
goes for
damage.
Headbutt and tries to flinch. Okay.
Again, Solar Beam. That's it.
Here we go. Now, unfortunately, I have no idea where my Donphan's at. I know he took one Headbutt after an Attract, and he broke through. And then he took a Headbutt and then a crit Headbutt. So he essentially took 4 Headbutts. Does Donphan live 4 Headbutts? Obviously he does, but where is he at after 4 Headbutts? And now we have to deal with Snorlax. And given that somehow my Venusaur is in the red, I see no merit in switching. I'm not going to get a continue here anyway, so let's just get the kill, get the damage. We do find Headbutt. Headbutt's good because we can flinch, just like that. And that's the only thing we're going to do. We're just going to Headbutt, Headbutt, Headbutt. Then we're going to switch to a Donphan and kill with Earthquake. I think 3 Headbutts is the minimum required for Earthquake to kill.
What'll it do? It withstood that easily.
I guess for Icy Wind, we do live.
Oh, its speed is down.
But does a Venusaur outspeed a Snorlax after a -1? I think it does. It's close.
What's this? That was a glancing blow.
We do outspeed still, and Icy Wind could miss.
A gust of icy wind. Yes, it's a hit.
Does
Yes,
hit.
it's going
Not
down.
upset about that. Worst Pokemon in the end. After we kill the Snorlax, assuming we kill the Snorlax, worst Pokemon in the end would be.
The Pokeball opens.
Golly, I can't even think of a Pokemon he can have on the end here. I truly cannot think of a Pokemon on the end here that Donphan doesn't weaken, that an Electrode can't beat.
Vicious attack. Great hit.
We don't kill, which sucks. He could go for Hyper Beam and miss.
What now?
Icy Wind can miss still.
That's a hit.
And we can somehow live, but I don't think so.
Knockout.
I don't think so. And we are gender neutral
There's only one
as Electrode.
Pokemon left to come out.
He most likely has Hyper Beam, so there is no merit in me for going
Electrode. It's down to
for me
one
going
Pokemon now.
Rain Dance. Because if he has Hyper Beam, I can die to that. I'd rather miss, get hit by a Hyper Beam, and then put up Rain.
Thunder. Whoops, that missed. There's the attack. No, that didn't connect.
He has Dynamic Punch.
There's a
That motivates me to go for Rain Dance.
combat.
I don't think he ever goes for a damaging move.
There is a sudden downpour.
I'm putting a coin flip here for Dynamic Punch to hit.
What's next? Oh my!
Goodness.
Missed again.
And now we just win with Thunder, Thunder, Thunder.
One Pokemon
This Thunder
is
definitely
still
kills.
capable
After
of going out,
2
but
Headbutts
the other one looks tired.
and an Earthquake,
What'll it do?
he might live actually.
Yes, it's a
No,
hit.
okay. Phew.
Oh, it has no strength left.
Best thing in the end, Pterodactyl. As if he ever has it.
It's Kangaskhan. This is
God,
the
sounds
last
fun.
Pokemon.
He could have Earthquake, don't care. 2 Thunders actually don't kill, believe it or not.
It's the
2 Thunders do not kill here. He'd have to be a really unhealthy Kangaskhan. Good news is, we live any 2 hits that aren't Strength, or Hyper Beam. And we did paralyze him, but he healed himself. He went for Dynamic Punch. I will take that. If that's your game plan, buddy, go for it. I've got 100% accuracy Thunder with a 30% to paralyze. Love to see you hit that Dynamic Punch. Or we do just go with 2 Thunders. This has been a weird bout so far. We had a weird second fight, a clean third fight, a middle ground fourth fight, and now we're going into... What was our last there? We had Venusaur. What was our second? Electrode. Donphan, Gyarados. Gyarados has a good matchup here. So does Donphan, actually. We do have a switch in for grass types. We do have a switch in for fire types. We do have a solar beam boost, but that's not going to be helpful with Venusaur. I think our best team is Donphan, Gyarados. And then we could go Tauros. He does have Blizzard and Headbutt. I think I'm actually going to go that route. I was considering learning my 6th Pokemon, but at this point, the only time I'm going to need to know my 6th is, let's see, we have a Grass, we have it's a Fire type, most likely. Could also be a Fighting type. Could be a Ghost type or Psychic type. Could be Houndoom. I actually missed what he went for when he just went to this first turn. It's probably Magmar, if I'm not mistaken. It's a fire type with Flamethrower. We didn't get burned.
Hang on, Earthquake. Bullseye.
And maybe he just has Flareon,
Take it down with one.
Rapidash.
That was just too
I can
quick.
probably live one more fire attack from a Pokemon like Rapidash or Flareon.
Right from the
Maybe
start.
not Flareon, but Houndoom maybe.
Oh, it's Executor.
Not Houndoom though. Not Houndoom.
Number of remaining Pokemon
Or
is
not
3 to
Executive.
2. This battle's outcome is still far from certain.
This is a rough spot, dude. I mean, Gyarados doesn't really deal with this properly. I mean, Gyarados is my only switch here. Gyarados has good Spadef, so he can take Executor head on, especially if it's Solar Beam. But if he goes for Sunny Day here, like the once in a lifetime chance he goes for Sunny Day here,
Oh, it's Gyarados.
I mean, I think he always goes for Sunny Day here if he has it. We will see.
How's that?
Giga Drain.
The hit glanced right off.
Giga Drain makes this both harder and easier. It's pretty interesting how that works.
Affects the flow of battle.
So I'm glad I picked Tauros because we do have Blizzard. Blizzard deals with Executor pretty nicely.
Ah, it raised its evasiveness.
We do have Double Team, so that's interesting.
The sunlight has
It
turned
does go for
hard.
Sunny Day. I think with that, here's our game plan. Both to get a continue
Battle continues.
and to win. The best way we can win this right now is because since he has Giga Drain, his best move by far, and he just went for Sunny Day,
Trading on him.
we're double teaming, double teaming, double teaming, double teaming, double teaming. I might stop at +3. I might stop at +4. But what matters is I need to let him Giga Drain while I still have low evasion, because once I start doing damage, I don't want him to hit Giga Drains. So I think one more would be fine. A third a double team. Not to mention, actually, because he has 5 Giga Drains and he just used 2,
What'll it do?
3, and he hit that one. I think we're gonna go for one more double team. He'll be down to his 4th one here. And then we can start looking for other moves like Fire Blast, Blizzard, Icy Wind, even Thunder would be okay. I'm gonna die to the next one, so I'm glad I double teamed. Could even double team one more time just to really drive it home, but at this point we're just gonna let him take it.
What's this?
We do have Thunder.
Whoop, that
We
meant
do miss.
what now? Oh my,
Missed
again.
again. So he's out of Giga Drains.
Has grown weaker.
He's out of Giga Drains. I hope he goes for Sunny Day and I find Flamethrower or Fire Blast.
What's that? That was a glancing blow.
I have no idea what that was.
There, confusion. That's
Somehow he
it.
killed.
Yes, it's going
Rest in
down.
peace, our
What Pokemon will appear
Wow.
next?
Rest in
Next
peace.
Pokemon is
Good news is Donphan can deal with him just fine.
Oh, it's Tauros.
Bad news is because we're using Tauros, I want to maintain
The White Hot
as
battle
much health as
continues.
possible by the end because things can go really bad here.
There's the attack. That attack just
They do
bounced
hit.
off. Oh,
It was Icy Wind, not Blizzard.
How's that? I like that.
If I ever hear he confused me, I'm going to switch.
A hot battle is unfolding.
I think now we go for Strength. Icy Wind has a chance to miss. It's probably not doing that much better than
What to
Strength.
do? Great hit. What's this? The hit lands right off.
Good news is I'm glad I did what I did. He's out of double or Giga Drains. So because he's out of Giga Drains, all he can do is Confusion, and that's his weakest attack by far. So Donphan has a good matchup. Strength kills here, which is great. And every grass type in the game now would be fine. Any fire type would be fine. We can slow it down with Icy Wind so Donphan can outspeed. And as long as it's not Meganium, we're probably going to win. Venusaur is okay. We slow him down with Icy Wind. And then we just strength, strength, strength until we die. Hope he's Solar Beam and not Giga Drain. So we did slow him down, which is great. Great result for us.
Yes, it's working.
He should be slower than our Donphan.
What's next?
He has Giga Drain.
A powerful.
He did get the kill, which is bad. I think we actually lost.
There it is. Knockout.
I think we actually just lost.
Each team has only one Pokemon left for battle.
My Donphan already took a flamethrower too.
Pokemon is
I don't think I ever lived Giga Drain, dude. I actually lost.
Pokemon.
That is bunk.
Just one-on-one
That is
now.
garbage. That is ridiculous.
Vicious attack.
This has to crit to kill.
Hit. That
And
one
it didn't,
good.
so we just die. Have to use our continue.
A furious attack. A powerful blow. There are no more remaining
I feel like our choices.
Pokemon.
Like having Donphan to kill fire type.
Battle.
I think our best bet now is actually Donphan, our last. Donphan, our last. Donphan, our last. What was our fifth? What was our fifth? Venusaur. Donphan, our last. Tauros. Gyarados probably has the best statistical advantage in this fight with double team, but I think Icy Wind Strength is by far my best plan. He does have 9 tails. He could go for Sunny Day here. He could just go straight for Fire Blast. Hopefully that misses if he does. And he could actually just go for Solar Beam like an idiot.
What's the opening gambit? Great hit.
It's just Flamethrower. Didn't burn. We kill with Earthquake.
Hang on, earthquake. Bam.
And I think we switch to our second. That is to say our 6th Pokemon. Second in this fight.
Battle started.
Though at the same time, I don't really see any merit in keeping Donphan.
Turned into a vicious battle right off the bat.
If he's going to a Grass type, he probably doesn't have any Fire types.
Oh, it's Executor.
And like he burns another
The number of
Giga Drain.
remaining Pokemon is 3 to
Like
2.
what do I switch to here
Outcome is still
that could have a
far
horrible
from
matchup? I can switch to a Fighting type here, and then I just lose outright, to be fair. But I don't think I have a Fighting type if I have a Tauros. I think my most likely Pokemon is something like Houndoom.
They're eyeing each other
Houndoom makes a
warily.
lot of sense. So does any Fire type. Because I want to get a continue and because I see no merit in anything, I'm
Here
just
comes
gonna
the Pokemon switch.
switch to my last. It'll be basically the same result as the last fight.
Oh, it's Flareon.
Flareon is something that makes sense, and I'm glad I switched.
What's this? A light hit.
Because now he goes for confusion.
How will this newly switched out Pokemon fare?
Question is, how do I go about this fight now? If I don't find Fire Blast quickly.
There it goes.
Oh, Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball surprised me. It was actually a really good find. Because it hits on the physical side. 2 Shadow Balls should kill. And I like that better than looking for Ember. Flame Wheel.
Wow, it's Shadow Ball.
And then I can look for Flamethrower or Fire Blast in the end here.
Knockout.
And this actually makes things really interesting, actually, for the next fight, because Flareon is actually the strongest Shadow Ball user in the game, believe it or not. And because of that, he has a great matchup in the 7th fight with Donphan. So our 7th fight's going to be very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Take down. Tackle.
There's the shot.
Oh, Fireball. Flamethrower.
It used a gold berry to restore its HP.
Because that's most likely his berry, but it could also be my berry.
Building up
Solar Beam, that's good. That's weird. Hold up. Hold up.
flamethrower.
Is this the same Venusaur that used Giga Drain against my Tauros? Because I was supposed to win that fight. Why does he have Solar Beam and Giga Drain? I'm actually upset now. That's not supposed to happen. Venusaur is supposed to have 1 attacking move for each type he has. He either has Giga Drain or he has Solar Beam. So the way that should have happened, he was supposed to have Solar Beam. If he had Solar Beam, I'd win with Donphan. 2 Earthquakes. But he went for Giga Drain. Recovered all the health. Whatever, I gotta continue out of it. And I learned our last. And our last is actually a relevant Pokemon. So we're in a good spot. We got a weird composition going here. Going into this next fight. We have a good core with Donphan and Gyarados, believe it or not. They have really good bulk. And really good attacking moves. The issue is, how do I want to go about this fight? I don't want Tauros, definitely don't want Venusaur, and currently I don't want Flareon. I'd rather have a ground resist, a water resist, an electric resist. Yeah, that's it. That's all I need. And 2 neutral grass resists for Donphan. So he has Starmie. He could switch, he could stay in. I think my best move is actually Rain Dance. Because if he doesn't switch, great. If he does, great. Worst thing would be Hydro Pump and he hits. Psychic is great. I don't even think a crit kills me. Electrode somehow is good special defense. And Thunder always kills. Now he could have some grass types in this team. He switches now. Ugh. Does he really have a ground type? Did he really just play me like this? I'll take Tauros. Tauros 2 at KOs. Could have Earthquake. I'm mostly banking on this killing twice. I mean, I rarely fight Tauros. I know he has a lot of HP, but I know he doesn't have that much special defense, so I'm pretty sure Thunder 2 at KOs. And I mean, if it 2 at KOs Kangaskhan, I'm pretty sure 2 at KOs Tauros. Tauros does not have more HP than a Kangaskhan, and he definitely doesn't have more special defense, so I'm glad I went for 2 Thunders there. I mean, I was almost always going to go for it, but if I actually took the time to think about it, I would remember our last fight with Kangaskhan. It got 2 at KO'd by Thunder. Here's Machamp. I think this is the spot where, this is kind of weird. Taking 1 Psychic. Could have to Cross Chop. Do I have a Vital Throw? Does he add 2 Thunders? Because I don't know what to do, and because I have Thunder on Gyarados. Actually, I should have switched. Thinking about it now, I probably should have switched. I might switch here, if I live.
There it goes. Hit. That was good.
I mean, I think I win no matter what. I don't really care that much about a continue. I have 2 so far. Yeah, I don't think I think he lives this. Oh, he died. Nice. And now we just have a 70% chance to get a continue here. And then we still win no matter what. Like, it could... obviously, I can miss every Thunder with Gyarados, but Gyarados lives so many Psychics. And if I really cared that much... If I really cared that much, I could also try and do some funky moves here by switching to Donphan and then switch to Gyarados. But I'd rather just go for an attack. Die. That's fine. Actually, believe it or not, I think this is a perfect spot to go Donphan. Because he never has Surf, Hydro Pump with Psychic. So I'd rather get damage off with Earthquake and potentially to a KO, and then switch to Gyarados and then kill with Surf or Thunder. I'd rather not go to Donphan and Thunder 3 times and miss, and then Earthquake twice. I'd rather Earthquake and then hit 1 Thunder and win. Because I always live a Bubble Theme here. Even if he has Water Gun, I might live. And he has Psychic, so he doesn't even have a Water move. And I might live 2 of those. So we almost walked out with a continue, which would have been a great result, but I think we're going to be walking out of the next fight with a continue. Because we have some of the best Pokemon to deal with the next fight. We have Flareon with Shadow Ball. We have Donphan with Earthquake. And we have Electrode. Now I think I could use Gyarados in the next fight. Because Gyarados has good special defense. And he's got Double Team. But I think it would be better to have Electrode, because Electrode could match up well versus things like... Technically... I'm thinking of all the Pokemon I would deal with on the end that Gyarados can deal with. I would do a lot better with Cloyster. Oh, about the same, because I do have Thunder. But I would deal better because I do have Rain Dance, and I do have that Thunder. I could deal better with Dodrio, Charizard. I mean, like all these Pokemon, I think Gyarados deals with just fine because he has Thunder as well. But Electro does it a little bit better. But we're going to definitely win this next fight. I don't see a universe where we can lose this next fight. We have too many good Pokemon for this fight. Donphan has good bulk. Flareon has medium bulk. Electro has great speed. Like, the only way we lose this fight is through the Double Team RNG, and that's almost never happened so horribly. We just have too good of a matchup versus everything he has. You know what's funny? I'm pretty sure that's Gengar, first of all. If that was Charizard, I'd be making a huge mistake right here. He does Double Team, so I think it's Gengar. Could be Charizard, but usually he runs Smokescreen. And Earthquake does kill, so... And we just kill. We also 2-KO any Psychic type except for Exeggutor with Earthquake. We 2-KO Emspeon. We 2-KO Alakazam. We Oko Houndoom. We 3-KO Umbreon. At least I think we do. We could be asking for trouble here, but if he goes for Sand Attack, I think our odds are good. I'd rather go for 1 Earthquake and then switch. Goes for Mud Slap. I think I'd rather go for 2 Earthquakes here. I don't really see any merit in not staying in. Because we switch into Electrode, he'll get off 3 Mud Slaps, and then I go for a Rain Dance. What does he have on the end that he goes to Umbreon first? Does he really have Alakazam? He also has Sand Attack. He has Mud Slap Double Team, which is great. So this is now more incentivizing of me to switch. After this I switch. That miss kind of sucks, but we definitely switch here. We go Electrode here. I think I made my Electrode my 3rd Pokemon. It'd be kind of weird if I went to Flareon here. But ultimately I think we're going to win.
Oh, it's Electro!
Yeah, I did switch to the right Pokemon. That's good. So we go for Rain Dance, then we go for Thunder. He goes for Mud Slap. We eat it. He switched up moves. Good news is Mud Slap's not doing that much. Not only is it the weakest ground type in the game, ground type move in the game, Umbreon is probably one of the worst users of it. Only 2 KO with Thunder, and I don't think he ever 3 KOs with Mud Slap. Not even with crit. Right now I'm sitting at like maybe 60%. Worst case scenario. So worst case scenario, I come out of this fight against Umbreon at like 40%, and he switches. Does he actually have a ground type? I'd be so upset if he did.
Oh, it's Golem!
He does have Golem.
There's the attack. That had no effect.
Wow. He did have Golem.
Will this newly switched
So now the best result for us would be if he had Mud Slap or
This
Dig.
Pokemon is switching out.
If he has Earthquake, we're in a bit of a pickle.
The Pokeball
And we do 2 KO with
Pokemon.
Earthquake.
It dug its way
Perfect.
underground.
We definitely go with Earthquake here. We're faster. And then we just go for Earthquake against Umbreon. No reason to switch. We just Earthquake, and we win.
A sharp attack.
This might kill.
Man, that worked perfectly. Whoa, KO
Nice.
by 1 hit.
That's a good result. So we are going to get our continue.
Just 1 Pokemon remains.
We have a lot of health.
The Pokemon
All we have to do is hit 2
emerges from the
Earthquakes,
Pokeball.
and we win.
This is the last Pokemon. The number of remaining
Although I do wish we
Pokemon
had
is 3 to 1.
a chance to hit a Thunder, though.
How's that? That did little damage.
But I don't think we ever lose this fight.
The stat changer succeeds.
All that can happen now is we can just lose time, but we always win this fight. With Rain Dance Electrode in the back, we always win this fight.
That's it.
Just need to hit one more Earthquake and we win.
The rain finally stops. We're seeing a final act in this match.
I believe this is the last turn, based on that voice line.
It is
When he says that,
evasive.
usually it's when it's like does the next hit decide it?
Now one more.
Things like that. And that
Oh, that's a
that
miss.
voice line confirms it. Now one more means he's in damage range of me killing with Earthquake. It could be a roll, or it could be a guaranteed kill.
What's next? The
All he can do now is
hit
just
right
Mud Slap
on.
away, and I just live them all.
Yes.
So I have the most
Working.
defense.
What about
I have the
this?
most defense of all my Pokemon, and Mud Slap is very weak. So we do win. We have 3 continues going into the last fight. We have some pretty good cores going on here. I think our best going into this last fight is going to be Donphan, Electrode, Gyarados, but not in that order. One, I think he always leads with a Water type or a Flying type in this matchup. Once in a while he'll lead with something like Nidoqueen or a Fire type. Either way, Electrode has the best matchup versus all of that. I can go safely for Rain Dance if I think he's going to switch to a Ground type. If he leads with the Ground type, I can go straight into Gyarados and go for Surf. There are a lot of ways I can play this fight, and I think we're usually going to come out on top with those 3. This is a pretty interesting core. Gyarados is definitely one of the worst Water types, but he has a pretty good moveset for once. We just have to hope we can do some work here. And what's good about Gyarados is if his resistance to Gyarados is a Water type, we have Thunder. And we probably 2 KO any Water type with Thunder. Maybe not Blastoise or Tentacruel. I recognize that as not a Ground type.
They're ready to go.
He could have Earthquake, but it's not a Ground type.
Oh, look. There is a sudden downpour.
And we can go for Thunder here.
What will the trainer do now? A right hit.
Don't think it was Alakazam. It's definitely not Jinx or Exeggutor.
A hot battle is unfolding.
What is that?
A furious attack.
What is that?
Great hit.
It's definitely to a KO.
What now? A light attack.
Sounds like confusion too. Jeepers, what is this? Didn't sound like Alakazam. We're both in the yellow, if that's what he says.
Here it comes. Thunder. Yes, it's a hit. Yes, it's going down.
Gengar. That took me a second. That is definitely a Gengar. So that worked out pretty nicely. Blastoise! Surprisingly, Blastoise lived this. We're kind of in trouble here. Good news is, once we die, we do still have Gyarados with Thunder. Unless we crit. Unless we parried. Nice. So we won. We were still going to win this exact fight no matter what. He would have killed me with Waterfall. He would have killed me Surf. He might have gone for Dig. If he went for Dig, I switch. And then Gyarados definitely kills with Thunder. And we just need to hit once to kill with Thunder there. And whatever his last is, the last 3 Pokemon I have will always kill it. If he has an electric type, we go to Donphan. If he has a fire type, we go to Gyarados. If he has Heracross, we just have to hope we start hitting moves because we're actually kind of in a rough spot. I think my best move here, technically, is going for Rain Dance because it boosts Gyarados' attack. But at the same time, I don't think we're that far behind with 2 Pokemon behind, so I'm just going to go for Thunder and just hit. And I'm glad I went for Thunder. This is guaranteed damage. And he can always miss Mega Horn. He does hit. I think I'd rather go Gyarados. It's kind of hard to say. Because if he has Reversal, we could be in trouble. But I think Gyarados still lives any 2 hits he goes for and always kills with 2 Surfs, maybe 3. And we just have to hope he doesn't have Reversal, and then that our full health Donphan hit and kill with Earthquake at the end. And that'll be the end of the game.
That didn't accomplish much.
Believe it or not, that is probably doing about a third of my health. And I think 3 Surfs would kill.
The hit lands right off.
And if not, 2 Surfs and a
The crowd's excitement is building from this
Earthquake do, or 3 Surfs and an Earthquake do.
What now? It's not very
Does it
effective.
2. So we're in the yellow now,
Ride that surf.
and the Surf does kill, so we do win. What a very interesting run.
The hit.
Very interesting Pokemon.
There are no more remaining Pokemon.
Very interesting run.
Congratulations.
And once again, we are under an hour.
Decided.
Not upset about that. The biggest thing I actually want to know is if a spider really did fly down from the ceiling and land on my hand, because I felt it and it was weird. It's very weird. Yeah. Another 50-some minute run. I've been very consistent with landing a run at exactly 50-some minutes or under. Donphan, I saw these out of order. Electrode, very good. Rain Dance, Thunder is the best. Earthquake Donphan is always good. Gyarados is a good cover for all that because he's not only a ground resist, but a water type. And then the rest were pretty useless. Flareon was pretty interesting to have for the he was interesting to have for the 7th fight, but he wasn't useful. Shadow Ball, he's the strongest Shadow Ball user because he has the most attack, and Shadow Ball is a physical move in this generation. And yeah. Tauros was not very useful. I'm surprised. I don't often lose the 5th fight. For me to lose the 5th fight is very rare, because usually you have Pokemon that can deal with grass and fire types equally. This happened to be a run where my grass, the Pokemon I had that would best deal with grass types, was not yet found. And so that's the only time you'll ever lose the 5th fight, is if you don't have a Pokemon that can deal with the grass types. And it just so happened my flying type didn't really exist because it was Gyarados. Gyarados doesn't know any flying moves in this generation. And I didn't have my fire type found because up until that point I hadn't gotten to the 6th slot. And that's why you always want to, if you're in that kind of spot, you want to look for it. So in that spot I decided to take the chance and hope that my last was the fire type, because it made sense. I had my electric type, I had my ground type, I had my normal type. The only Pokemon it could have been that would have been tough, psychic type would have been great. The worst Pokemon I could have had in the end there would have been Umbreon. Umbreon would have made the 5th fight really tough, but I don't think there's any Pokemon that fits in the slot of Pokemon you can have that I would have on the end there. Like, Umbreon is the only one I can think of that would fit in the algorithm of you have all these different types going on. But yeah, that was a pretty good fight, pretty good run. So thanks for watching, and peace.